is the Ed Sheeran takeover on The Ed.
So, welcome to a very brief intro about the album. The theme of this album is essentially, basically a quarter-life crisis of getting to 30, being married, having a kid, losing a friend, and trying to figure out who I am. But I'm very excited for it to come out. I feel it's called Equals because it feels like the end of some equation. And I'm really excited for it to come out and be listened to in full. And I'm going to take you through some of the tracks now. So the first track on the album is called Tides. Tides is a song that I wrote specifically to be the opening track on this album. I wanted it to just feel like chaos and calm. So the verse is essentially stadium rock, and it's filling in everything that I've done in my career so far, not least the last 4 years. And then it gets to the chorus, all the music cuts out, and it's just a cappella, and it's time stops still when you're in my arms, basically. And I love the way that this begins the album. It kind of slaps you in the face and then instantly drops out.
Track 1, Tides.
I have gone up, I am fallen now. Everything has changed, but I am still the same somehow. You know I've never been afraid of death, but now I wanna see the things that haven't happened yet. I still love getting out of my mind, I should cut it down. I still know people I don't like and I should cut them out. I feel embarrassed about the things that I did in my youth, cause now I have a child, I know one day that you'll go good. Freight cargo, dock stops and airplanes, late night calls, signal is in and out again, feeling low, serotonin and better days, go, 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 but every moment you're here with me, time stops to still. When you are in my arms, it always will. Life is changing. Tide. I lost the confidence in who I was. Too busy trying to chase the high and get the numbers up. I have the same dream every night. A bullet through my brain the moment that I close my eyes. I still have to lean on the shoulder when I'm broken down, and I have people that depend on me to sort them out. I sometimes fantasize I disappear without a trace. I've no regrets but wish I did things in a different way. Low-fi zone, lawsuits and film stars, headline road, princess in the face, scar, broken bones, break-ins in Babylon, go, 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 but every moment you're here with me, time stops to still. When you are in my arms, it always will. And life is changing. Tide.
This is the Ed Sheeran takeover on The Ed, hosted by Ed himself as he talks us through his brand new album Equals. Track 2, Shivers.
Shivers is a song that I wrote when the Divide tour finished, and I just wanted to chuck ideas around. And it came, probably 2 weeks after the Divide tour finished, and it was the sound and feel of it was what most of the album was built around, and I feel it's a very important song for the album.
I took an arrow to the heart. I never kissed a mouth that tastes like yours. Strawberries and something more. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Lipstick on my guitar. Fill up the engine, we can drive real far. Go dancing underneath the stars. Ooh yeah, I want it all. Got me feeling like I wanna be that guy. I wanna kiss you right I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, then we bring it right back. Gonna say, I love it when you do it like that. And when you're closer, give me the shivers. Oh baby, you wanna dance till the sunlight cracks. When they say the party's over, then we bring it right back. Yeah.
So that was Shivers, and yeah, basically it was the second single. I just felt it worked quite well in autumn, and Bad Habits was a summer track, so that's why I kind of stuck it as the second single. But yeah, I love the tune. I love that it makes people dance, and yeah, it's a good track two for the album, I think.
We're playing out Ed Sheeran's brand new album Equals in full. This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover, hosted by, well, Ed Sheeran.
Right, the next song is First Times. First Times is a song that I wrote whilst in Nashville. I was there, I was working on Equals there. I had two studios set up, and one was to just mess around in and one was to make Equals in, and the one that I messed around in was how collaborations eventually got created. But in the other studio I was just writing a lot of acoustic songs, and this song First Times came out, and I love it. It's just about insignificant moments in your life that are so significant in the long run, like the first time you drink a glass of wine with your partner, or the first time that you have a kiss or see the look in someone's eyes. I mean, at the time they're so small, but as time goes on they become massive.
Track 3, First Times.
Thought it'd feel different playing Wembley, 80,000 singing with me is what I've been chasing, 'cause this is the dream. When it was all over, I cleared out the room, grabbed a couple beers, just me and you. Then we start talking the way that we do. Funny how the simplest things in life can make a man. Little moments that pass us by. Oh, but I remember the first kiss, the first night, the first song that made you cry, the first drink, red wine on a step in Brooklyn. I still feel the first fight. We both made it out alive, and I can't wait to make a million more first times. The greatest thing that I have achieved is 4 little words down on one knee. I said, darling, are you joking? And I just said, please. Ain't it funny how the simplest things in life can make a man? Little moments that pass us by. Oh, but I remember the first kiss, the first night, the first song that made you cry, the first look in your eyes. When I said I love you, I can still feel butterflies from when we stumbled home that night. I can't wait to make a million more first times. Ain't it funny how the simplest things in life can make a man? Little moments that pass us by. Oh, but I remember first kiss, first night, first song that made you cry, first dance, moonlight in your parents' garden. I can't wait to see everything that's yet to be. Our first child, and then a million more first times.
This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed, hosted by Ed himself, as he talks us through his brand new album Equals.
Bad Habits is a song that I wrote in January. I really, really wanted to make a dance tune, and this worked. I wanted to make a song that basically you could strip away the dance production of it, and it could also be quite a sad acoustic song, and I think we managed to do that with this one, so hope you enjoy it.
Track 4, Bad Habits.
Every time you come around, you know I can't say no. Every time the sun goes down, I let you take control. I can feel the paradise before my world implodes. And tonight had something wonderful. My bad habits lead to late nights, ending alone. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes stare into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after 2. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. Every pure intention ends when the good times start. Falling over everything to reach the first time spark. It started under neon lights and then it all got dark. I only know how to go too far. My bad habits lead to late nights, ending alone. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after 2. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. We took the long way round and burned till the fun ran out. Now my bad habits lead to late nights, ending alone. Conversations with a stranger I barely know. Swearing this will be the last, but it probably won't. I got nothing left to lose or use or do. My bad habits lead to white eyes staring into space, and I know I lose control of the things that I say. Yeah, I was looking for a way out, now I can't escape. Nothing happens after 2. It's true, it's true. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you. My bad habits lead to you.
Right, that was Bad Habits, and yeah, that was the first single, because, do you know, it was coming. I had an acoustic record, and it was January, and it was in England, and it was cold, and it was wet, and everyone was locked in, and this acoustic record seemed perfect to put out. So I was sort of prepping for that, and then I had Bad Habits, and I was like, I don't think this song exists in a world where people don't dance to it. And then the country started opening up. The football, the Euros were on TV. England was united as one, and it was summer. And yeah, it just felt like the right time to put it out, and I'm so happy I did. The video was made in a place called Catford in southeast London, and yeah, I just dressed up as a vampire for 3 days and jumped around buildings. Quite fun.
He's taken over the station and playing his brand new album Equals from start to finish. This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed.
Alright, the next song is called Overpass Graffiti. Overpass Graffiti was written as a ballad originally, and I just really wanted to make a big old power ballad, and then we just didn't really know where to go with the production, and Fred, the producer, suggested we do a kind of fast 80s drum beat, and yeah, here we are.
Track 5, Overpass Graffiti.
This is a dark parade, another rough patch to rain on, to rain on. I know your friends may say this is a cause for celebration. Hip hip hooray, love. Photographs and sepia tones, so still the fire's barely fighting the cold. Alone. There are times when I can feel your ghost, just when I'm almost letting you go. The cards were stacked against us both. I will always love you for what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, but I remember the way we were. You were the first to start. Love that will never leave. Baby, you'll never be lost on me. This is a goddamn shame. I never wanted to break it, leave us tainted. No, I should walk away, but I just can't replace us, or even erase us. The car was stuck, the engine stalled, and both of us got caught out in the zone. Alone. There were times when I forget the lows and think the highs were all that we'd ever known. The cards were stacked against us both. I will always love you for what it's worth. We'll never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, but I remember the way we were. You were the first to start. Love that will never leave. Baby, you'll never be lost on me. Lost on me. Baby, you'll never be lost on me. Lost on me. Well, I will always love you for what it's worth. Never fade like graffiti on the overpass. I know time may change the way you think of us, but I remember the way we were. You were the first to stop. Love that will never leave. Baby, you'll never be lost on me. Lost on me. Graffiti on the overpass.
This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed, hosted by Ed Sheeran himself as he talks us through his brand new album Equals. Track 6, The Joker and the Queen.
Joker and the Queen was a song that came the same day as Bad Habits, and it sort of came by accident. There was a piano instrumental that this guy Sam had played, and I just sort of wrote whatever over it, and I thought it was quite clever to do a metaphor of a deck of cards, because there's a Joker in there and there's a Queen in there, there's hearts, there's kings, you know, diamonds, blah blah blah, and then you know you can say when I fold, and I showed you my hand and you let me win, and it was just basically me trying to be clever with metaphors, and it turned out into this ballad, so I hope you like it.
How was I to know? It's a crazy thing. I showed you my hand, and you still let me win. And who was I to say that this was meant to be? The road that was broken brought us together, and I know you could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that would give you a diamond ring. When I fall, you see the best in me, the Joker and the Queen. I was upside down from the outside in. You came to the table and you went all in with a single word and a gentle touch. You turned a moment into forever, and I know you could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts. I could give you a diamond ring. When I fall, you see the best in me, the Joker and the Queen. You could fall for 1,000 kings and hearts that would give you a diamond ring. When I folded, you saw the best in me, the Joker and the Queen, the Joker and Queen.
Talking us through his brand new album Equals, this is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed. Track 7, Leave Your Life.
Leave Your Life is a song that a friend of mine said that their father texted them every day and said, I love you. And then their dad passed away, and they always felt glad that the last thing that they ever heard from their dad was I love you. So I was thinking with my daughter, like, she doesn't even speak at that time, and she wouldn't know that I loved her. So I wrote a song just basically saying if I was to go tomorrow, I do love you.
If I forget to say goodbye before I catch the plane, would you know the way that I feel when I'm away? We'll see the same sky tonight, but the stars are out of place. You'll never know the way to my heart. Every time I leave you, babe, it's hard to break the landing, but I'll see you again. I'm never gonna leave your life, even at the times I'm miles away. You are always on my mind, forever and now we'll be by your side. I know we can change from day to day, but this love will keep alive. I'm never gonna leave your life. I'm never gonna leave your life. Oh, I can never tell you a lie, or put in words your finest trait, the darkest green and hazel light, and yet I can't describe the shade. You are all this heart of mine, and there you will remain. You'll never know the way to my decisions when I leave your smiling face. It's hard to understand know the way that I feel when I'm away.
Right, that was Leave Your Life, and yeah, I mean, I know I've just told you the story of it before now, but I wrote that song in quarantine in Australia, and it was the first time I'd really worked like this. I recorded basically the track on my iPad. I sung with the acoustic guitar, and I sent it to the producer Elvira, who lives in Sweden, and she sort of sent the beat back, and we tweaked it whilst in quarantine, so I was able to sort of be in a studio but not be in a studio, which was quite an interesting thing.
This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed, hosted by Ed Sheeran himself as he talks us through his brand new album, Equals.
Yeah, I'm really, really looking forward to getting back on tour. I'm sort of dipping my toe into it, starting in England and Ireland and Europe and stuff next year, but there will definitely be some dates in New Zealand soon. I really, really can't wait to get back there. They're booked, they're ready to announce, but I just want to wait for stuff to open up a little bit more before announcing them. Anyway, this next song is called Collide. Collide is a list of stories that me and my wife had done. Basically, our wedding song was this song by a guy called Ben Queller called 13, which is just a list of stuff that him and his wife did, and I always thought it was quite a wonderful idea. So I contacted Ben and asked if I could do my own version, and he obviously gave me his blessing, and yeah, I wrote Collide.
Track 8, Collide.
Oh yeah, we've been in the rain, been on the rocks, but we found our way. We've ordered pizza to an aeroplane, slept on the beach like we were castaways. We've been in a storm, been to an Irish bar in central Rome, driven to hospitals with broken bones, shared a toothbrush and shared our home. We've seen the moon reflect on the rolling tide, been up 5 a.m. watching the sunrise, because the world looks better when I'm by your side. Oh why, oh why, oh why? When you and I collide, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. You bring me to life. When you and I collide, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. You bring me to life. Yeah. We've been on the road, we've watched the blossom fall to earth like snow, fumbled in cubicles in Tokyo, and been to funerals in rented clothes. We drank your father's whiskey when your grandma died. You brought me to the morning through my darkest night. Yeah, the world hurts less when I'm by your side. Oh why, oh why, oh why? When you and I collide, you bring me to life. You bring me to life. You bring me to life. When you and I collide, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. Yeah, you bring me to life. Head first, colliding, dreamers, colliding, universe, colliding, your love like the lightning. Head first, colliding, dreamers, colliding, universe, colliding. We made love in the sky, overslept and missed the northern lights. You lost your wedding ring, but I didn't mind, 'cause I got a feeling, baby, we'll be fine.
Talking us through his brand new album, Equals, this is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed.
Two Step was the last song made for the album, and it came at probably the time where I was lowest in confidence about my songwriting ability, because I'd just been writing songs and writing songs and writing songs, and no one was saying any of them were any good or any bad. They were just like whatever. So I went in and just wrote a song about being low confidence in songwriting, and it ended up being my favourite track on the album, so yeah.
Track 9, Two Step.
I had a bad week, spent the evening pretending it wasn't that deep. You could see in my eyes that it was taking over. I guess I was just blind and caught up in the moment. You know you take all of my stress right down, help me get it off my chest and out into the ether with the rest of this mess that just keeps us depressed. We forget that we're here right now, cause we're living life at a different pace, stuck in a constant race. Keep the pressure on, you're bound to break. Something's got to change. We should just be cancelling all our plans and not give a damn if we're missing out on what the people think is right. Seeing through a picture behind a screen and forget to be, lose the conversation for the message that you'll never read. I think maybe you and me, oh, we should head out to the place where the music plays, and then we'll go all night, just stepping with a woman I love. All my troubles standing up, and when I'm in your eyes, electrified. We'll keep turning up and go all night. And we had dips and falls in our time, but we know what it is to be low then up, alone then love. And all we need is us to go all night, night. Just stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah. All we need is us. What do you reckon? Is it just me? Words are weapons and occasionally they cut deep. Crisis of confidence, it tends to come when I feel the dark, and I open my heart. If you don't see it, you should trust me. I feel like I got nothing left right now, except this beauty in her dress right now. She got me feeling like the best, and the rest are just less than she needs. So we press play and step to the beat, cause we're living life at a different pace, stuck in a constant race. Keep the pressure on, you're bound to break. Something's got to change. We should just be cancelling all our plans and not give a damn. Head out to the place where it plays, and we'll go all night, just stepping with a woman I love. All my troubles standing up, and when I'm in your eyes, electrified. We'll keep turning up and go all night. And we had dips and falls in our time, but we know what it is to be low then up, alone then love. And all we need is us to go all night, night. Just stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah. All we need is us to go all night, night, night. Just stepping with a woman I love. Night, yeah. All we need is us to go all night.
He's taken over the station and playing his brand new album Equals from start to finish. This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed.
The next song is Stop the Rain. This is a song that it sort of came out of nowhere, but it's basically like, I find a lot of times in my life when I solve one problem, two more problems crop up, and you solve those two problems and four more problems crop up, and I just wrote a song about not being able to stop that and accepting that that's just how life is.
Track 10, Stop the Rain.
Another human cloud to bring you down when you blew the last away, and bring out a poison tongue, a plastic crown, but for me they look the same. Sometimes it can get all too much for me, and that's why the photograph gets burnt, though the matching gasoline. Hey, don't let the ones who hurt you see you cry. Tomorrow is another day. You cannot stop the rain, no way. Holding an umbrella when the gray clouds come over again. Trying to find something real, but it's not the game they play. Pretending that the weather is in your mind, you got no one to blame.
So that was "Stop the Rain" on my album Equals. Yeah, it's a great song. I think I'm really happy with that one, and it's nice to have like different light and shade moments on the album. I love the transition of this song into the next song. The next song is called "Love in Slow Motion."
This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed, hosted by Ed Sheeran himself as he talks us through his brand new album Equals.
Love in Slow Motion is, I find living in a city, you find yourself every night of the week doing something. There's always something on, there's always something to socialise with, there's always some new person in town, there's always a new spot to go with mates and blah blah blah, and I just found myself not really spending any time one-on-one with my wife, which is now what we try and do all the time. So this is a song of realisation of one-on-one time's better than anything.
Track 11, Love in Slow Motion.
It's been a while since we've been alone, so turn off the world and the telephone. I need to tell you you're beautiful, 'cause it's been a while, and I apologize. I just get caught up in the rat race I'm running, chasing a moment I'm hoping is coming. If I stop to take a look around, it's in front of my eyes. Baby, let's slow down time. Maybe just press rewind. Darling, that dress reminds me of the first time. And I wanna love tonight, one-on-one by the candlelight. Over and over we spend our lives, living fast forward but not tonight. Love in slow motion. It's been a while since it was you and me. Too many friends, too many evening drinks. Yeah, we commit to so many things, but not to ourselves. And I apologize. Sometimes you're sad and you tell me it's nothing, and I brush it off because there's always something. But I need to change my perspective and prioritize. 'Cause one thing I know is this: every moment missed can be restored with your lips. It only takes one kiss, and I wanna love tonight, one-on-one by the candlelight. Over and over we spend our lives, living fast forward but not tonight. Love in slow motion. Love tonight, one-on-one by the candlelight. Over and over we spend our lives, living fast forward but not tonight. Love in slow motion. Wanna love tonight, one-on-one by the candlelight. Over and over we spend our lives, living fast forward but not tonight. Love in slow motion, in slow motion, in slow motion.
Talking us through his brand new album Equals, this is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed.
Visiting Hours is a song that I wrote when my friend passed away, and it's essentially, you know, coming to terms with you're not going to see your mate every day again, but wishing that you could have 5 minutes just to go and fill him in on what's going on, and then really coming to terms with it when you leave. So basically go in and basically saying, hey, here's what's going on, and I'll see you when I see you, but I love you, basically. Yeah. So, yeah, wouldn't it be nice?
Track 12, Visiting Hours.
I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just show up and bring the news that she's getting older. And I wish that you met her, the things that you learned from me, I got them all from you. Can I just stay a while and we'll put all the world to rights. The little ones will grow and I'll still drink your favorite wine. And soon they're going to close, but I'll see you another day. So much has changed since you've been away. I wish that heaven had visiting hours, so I could just swing by and ask your advice. What would you do in my situation? I haven't a clue how I'd even raise them. What would you do? 'Cause you always do what's right. And we just talk a while until my worries disappear. I tell you that I'm scared of turning out a failure. You'd say, remember that the answer's in the love we create. So much has changed since you've been at visiting hours, and I would ask them if I could take you home. But I know what they'd say, that it's for the best. So I will live life the way you taught me and make it on my own. I will close the door, but I will open up my heart. And everyone I love will know exactly who you are. 'Cause this is not goodbye, it is just till we meet again. So much has changed since you've been away.
So that was Visiting Hours. This song, I was asked today if I still feel sad singing it, and I don't know if I do anymore, because I feel like the song now belongs to everyone else, and it's a way for other people to share grief with other. I mean, the YouTube comments on this are heartbreaking, but also wonderful. They're just paragraphs and paragraphs of people's stories, and they're sharing stuff that is quite a solitary, lonely thing, grief, and they're able to connect over this song. And I had someone come up to me the other day and said they didn't really have a relationship with their father, but their mum had passed away, and all they did was send their dad visiting hours on a message, and both people knew what that meant, and they connected over the song. So yeah, I feel that it's actually from a really, really sad thing that happened, so it's something positive is happening, so that's good.
This is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed, hosted by Ed himself as he talks us through his brand new album Equals. Track 13, Sandman.
Right, into the next song. This is Sandman. Sandman is a lullaby about my daughter. I felt like I wanted to have one sort of dad-daughter song on the album, so I wrote a bunch, and this was the best one, and it's essentially just a lullaby.
You were loved before you had a right. Every day that love just multiplies. Daddy made your bed and your lullaby. Mama made the mobile in the sky. Loving you is easy, but life will not always be. Fall into the world of your song. Whatever you feel can never be wrong. Come along for the ride, and in a shake of a lamb's tail we'll go. Be still now and close your eyes and dream. Hanging out with the Sandman. You look so sweet, my child. Hanging out with the Sandman. But though there's rain outside, you'll be warm and dry. The thunder and the lightning won't hurt you now. So go to sleep, my love, hanging out with the Sandman. Chocolate-covered roof and candy cars, rainbow sugar river we could sail upon, marshmallow books and strawberries, snowman made of ice cream. Over the flower fields we'll fly, we'll count the fish in the sky, honeybees and birds sing your song. Whatever you feel can never be wrong. Come along for the ride, and in a shake of a lamb's tail we'll go. Be still now, close your eyes and dream. Hanging out with the Sandman. You look so sweet, my child. Hanging out with the Sandman. Outside, you'll be warm and dry. The thunder and the lightning won't hurt you now. So go to sleep, my love, hanging out with the Sandman. Hanging out with the Sandman. You look so sweet, my child. Hanging out with the Sandman. Although there's rain outside, you'll be warm and dry. The thunder and the lightning won't hurt you now. So go to sleep, my love, hanging out with the Sandman. Hanging out with the Sandman. Hanging out with the Sandman. Hanging out with the Sandman.
Talking us through his brand new album Equals, this is the Ed Sheeran Takeover on the Ed. Track 14, Be Right Now.
Be Right Now, I feel like this is the best way to end an album. It is the same key as Tides, so if you're listening to the album on vinyl or cassette, or CD, whatever, you could listen on streaming, but it essentially just loops around again. So you could, Be Right Now feeds into Tides very, very well. Tides feeds into Be Right Now. It's it's the perfect ending song for this album, I think, and I love it.
A lifetime starting to feel like it's falling short of the mark, but it's all that we got. Every teardrop, every wrong turn made the moment we found, and it's coming around, 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 around. I don't wanna miss one thing. You can turn the whole world thing and listen to the end between. We are the sound. There's nothing but the space we're in, the hurry and the noise shut out. Just stay here. can turn the whole world down and listen to the in-between. We are the sound. There's nothing but the space we're in. The hurry and the noise shut out. Just stay here and be right now.
That concludes our play out of Ed Sheeran's brand new album, Equals. How good was that? Here's some final words from your host, Ed Sheeran. Take it away, Ed.
Right, thank you so much for listening. That was so fun to get to play that album in full. I don't really get to do this a lot, so thank you for listening to it in full, because that's the way I intended it. And I love everyone in New Zealand, and I hope to be back soon. Thank you so much.
Missed anything Ed related this morning? Or you want to hear it all again? Text Ed to 3343 right now.